Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle one of the most common and maybe one of the scariest questions in English. But don't you worry, because by the end of this, you'll have a super simple toolkit to answer it with total confidence.
And there it is. Tell me about yourself. Just 4 little words, right? But oh boy, can they feel intimidating, especially when you're learning a new language. You're going to hear this everywhere. A new class, a new job, or just meeting someone for the first time.
And look, it's totally normal to just freeze. Your mind goes blank. What do they really want to know? Am I supposed to tell them my life story? Where do I even start? It's a super common feeling. But our goal is to stop seeing it as a test and start seeing it as an opportunity.
So, that's what we're going to do. We are going to make this easy. Instead of feeling all that anxiety, we're going to break this big, scary question down into small, simple parts that you can grab and use in pretty much any situation.
Okay, let's get right into it. In this first part, we're going to start putting together your personal toolkit piece by piece, so you feel ready for anything.
All right, let's get into the good stuff. Every great introduction starts with the basics, right? Think of these as your core building blocks. To make it super clear, we'll follow 2 examples, Paul and Emily.
So let's start with the absolute fundamentals. Check this out. It's so simple. Paul says, I am a teacher. Emily says, I am a student. They both say where they're from and where they live. See the pattern? I am from, and I live in. This is the perfect foundation to build on.
And from there, you can easily start adding little layers of detail. For example, you can share your age, but hey, that's totally optional, only if you feel comfortable. And instead of just saying a town, you can be more specific. Paul lives in a small house with a garden, while Emily's in a small apartment. These little details really start to paint a clearer picture, don't they?
Okay, now that we've got the basics down, let's add a bit of personality. And a fantastic way to do that, to make your introduction feel warmer and friendlier, is by talking about family and pets.
So let's see how Paul and Emily do this. We find out Paul has a younger sister who studies music. That's cool. And Emily has an older brother. They even share what their parents do. This stuff adds a really nice personal layer and gives the other person more ways to connect with you.
And of course, pets. This is always a winner. It's the classic question, are you a dog person or a cat person? Paul's a dog person. He's got Max, who's friendly and funny. And Emily, she's a cat person with her quiet, sleepy cat, Luna. Sharing this isn't just about the animal. It's a really fun and easy way to show a bit of your personality.
Next up, this is where you really get to show who you are. Sharing your likes and dislikes is probably the fastest way to give someone a genuine sense of your personality.
Okay, this is where it gets really fun. You can talk about your favorite food or color, simple stuff. But hobbies? Hobbies are the real gold here. Paul is into rock music and soccer. Emily loves painting and reading adventure stories. See? Suddenly they're not just a teacher and a student. They're real people with their own interests.
You know, it's funny, but talking about what you don't like can be just as relatable. It makes you seem more human. Like Paul doesn't like olives, and Emily isn't a fan of super spicy food. Or check this out. Paul dislikes waiting in long lines, and Emily dislikes waking up early. I think a lot of us can get behind that one.
All right, this is super important. We've just built this awesome toolkit with all these different pieces. But, and this is the key, you are not supposed to use all of them at once. The real magic is in knowing which pieces to pick for the right moment. So let's see how this works in real life. Imagine you're in a new class. You'd probably keep it focused, like Paul's example here. Simple, to the point. But what if you're at a party? You'd want to be more casual, right? You'd go with Emily's approach. I love to paint is a perfect conversation starter. The big takeaway is your answer can and should change depending on who you're talking to. You got to read the room.
So I really want you to think about this question differently from now on. It's not a test you can pass or fail. It's not a trap. It's simply an invitation. It's someone saying, hey, I'd like to get to know you a little bit. That's all it is.
So now it's your turn. You have the toolkit, you've got all the building blocks, you can mix and match them however you want to. Start small with just 1 or 2 sentences and build from there. The only question left is, who are you? Go on, give it a try. You've got this.